Hoff here, and today I got a jar of pickles. I've already drained out all the juice because I'm using it to make some more pickle fried chicken, but I'm gonna make chicken nuggets this time. And I stopped by the store to get some safflower oil I've never used, but I hear it has a neutral taste, so I'm gonna try that. And I am also going to be making another mayonnaise sauce. I happen to have one egg left, trying to let it sit out to get it room temperature, and I'm going to be using avocado oil for that. So let's go. Ain't this the cutest stinking thing? So my girls made this for me. I had to redo it because the little ribbon string there is like stretchy, but like the knots won't hold. So if anybody knows the secret to making those hold, please let me know. But here is my adorable bracelet. I usually spell it with the AR, but that is still so cute and it comes out the same. I love it. My chicken has been brining overnight and I want to make chicken nuggets, but I have somewhere that I need to go, so I'm going to cut these up into the nugget pieces and then put it back in the brine so that way later it's already cut up and then it has a little more time to soak in the brine, especially once I cut it up and get into the thick. Okay, cut up and which is good because look at all the pink. I need all that stuff to kind of soak in for a few hours at least, just to make sure I get it as pickly as possible. So I'm just gonna put the lid back on it and put it in the fridge for now. I don't have breadcrumbs, but I have some flour. I put like this much. This probably be maybe a cup. I can't find my black pepper. I think I left it at the school. So I'm just gonna try some white pepper. It's gonna change the taste a little bit, but I think it'll be nice. So that's probably about maybe a quarter to half a teaspoon. Salt, pink salt, my fave, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, like a fourth teaspoon, because this does have enough salt in it from being in all that pickle juice and stuff. Salty enough, lots of pickles, lots of salt in pickling. So I'm just using my hands to mix it up, of course. So this bowl does have a lid for it. It will probably make a mess because it's not an airtight lid, but I can still use it for shaking up my chicken when I'm ready. So I put some oil in my cooking pan, and I don't have my Dutch oven. Wow, I don't want that in there. I don't have my Dutch oven, so but I don't want to use a frying pan because I kind of want to control some of the splatter. So I filled it up to, I guess, about here, and which I guess is more than half that bottle of oil. It's more than enough. I'll strain whatever I don't need. I've got it on kind of medium, little bit on the low heat here, because I don't want it to get too hot too fast while I'm prepping over here. So let's see. I got our chicken here. Wow, beautiful, brined, and I'm gonna do just little pieces at a time. My oil a little bit warm, and I obviously do not want to say that pickle juice because now it's like chicken water pickle juice. So I'm gonna go rinse off my glove and get set up and make sure my oil gets warm because I just turned it on, so it's probably gonna take me about 5-10 minutes to get it heated up. But this is a pretty quick process, and I'm going to prep a plate with paper towels for dripping the extra oil off when I'm done. This will be quick because these are small pieces of chicken. They will fry up and cook real quick. You could use a thermometer to measure your oil. That's honestly probably the safest way to do it, but the old-fashioned way is you get a little water on your hands and flick it in, and when it starts popping and bubbling, you know it's at the correct temperature. Okay, first I had to use my mug with a creepy picture of Mia pregnant with this creepy doll. So I got my herbal tea ready to go to sip on the side while I get cracking because it's already late and I got to get all this done tonight. Okay, my chicken, I have it in a colander, dripping any extra juices in this pot here. I'm just going to take I guess we'll just start with a handful here. Some of these have a lot of fat in them. I guess I could have scraped more of it off, but it is what it is. Right, give it a little shake. All right, so far, no crazy spillage. Look at that. I think that's pretty good. I could toss it in this way too, but I like shaking it. People used to always shake it in like a brown paper bag. That works too. And some of the pieces stuck together. Okay, we are good. And now let's start crack-a-lacking, getting this in here, putting it in my oil. And I ended up using a cookie sheet that actually has a rack underneath it and put in our stuff here. It's going to make a mess all over here, which is fine. So I've only put away things I'm not going to need the rest of the time that I'm doing this. But this mess, just wait to clean it up until you're done cooking all your chicken. All right, just take this little handful at a time, toss it in, shaking off any of that extra flour. At least these won't be too breaded. Okay, I got it all in. Give it a stir. I want these to turn a little bit more golden, so after like already just seconds, it's starting to crisp up pretty good. So we're gonna get some more of this going. Oh, some of them are already getting just faintly golden, but we need it a lot more golden. That way I make sure that I got it cooked all the way through and it's got a nice crispiness to it. So I'm gonna keep getting some more of this chicken ready. So my nuggets are getting a little bit more golden, but one way to test if you don't have a thermometer to test if it's cooked all the way through, you just kind of cut it in the middle. Make sure it's not pink at all. Let's see. It looks like we're in the clear here. And then also if you like squeeze it, any of the juice that comes out is going to be a clear juice. After you remove the chicken from the pot, give it just 1 minute to kind of heat back up, because I did have a lot of chicken nuggets in it. The more you put in here, the more it lowers the temperature, which can make it take a little bit longer to crisp up. So if you do real small batches, they can get a little bit more crispy because you have a higher heat. I don't want to put the heat too high in the pan because then you could end up burning it before it's cooked all the way through. But this pot is doing a pretty good job keeping all that oil from splattering out of it. And I didn't put too much oil and it's not too deep. You can make your own breadcrumbs if you have bread laying around. If it's stale or if you want to just toast it a little bit, put it in the food processor to chop it up. But I'm staying with my oldest brother in an apartment right now, and he is kind of allergic to carbs. Not really. He just really watches his weight and stuff. So we don't have extra bread and stuff laying around. So for making my mayonnaise sauce, I do use lemon and white vinegar, but I always like to wash my fruits. Even though this, I'm not going to use the rind of it. I can save it. I actually wash, literally wash the outside right before I use it to get any of those germs and stuff off. So wash it, rinse it really good. I'm going to do cold water. And then you can always take some vinegar over it as like an extra rinse. So for a lot of fruits and vegetables too, I soak them in vinegar water for a few minutes. Kills any bacteria and germs, and it gets a lot of the dirt or anything. While my chicken is cooking, I can start making the mayonnaise base for the sauce. Okay, I have this awesome glass juicer that I got from the thrift store, and I don't mind having the one you do manually by hand. I mean, I guess if you make a lot of orange juice or grapefruit juice, or I guess lemon juice, because you like to make lemonade from scratch, you could buy an electric one, but I like to use this. So I'm just going to pick these seeds out. Save this. I save the lemon peel because I use it with cleaning in the sink and running through the garbage just a smidgen first. Okay. Everybody has a different way of making their own mayonnaise, so. And that. Little bit of the vinegar to it. You could do maybe about a tablespoon. Yes, I'm eyeballing it just a little bit. Make sure it's more than enough. I'm going to pour some of that. Okay, and then I'm gonna start mixing. I just did half the lemon. I think that should be good. So I start letting that go. I got some Five Below. Close it up in there, and I can put it in the fridge right away from the top. Very slow drizzle. And I'm pouring it on the edge so it goes slow. Over here, we're just adding more pieces of chicken. Up. Oh, see, I think yes, there's some steam coming. I'm gonna turn the speed up on this, and again, this will thicken in the refrigerator, so I'm not super worried, not yet at least. So I'm gonna turn the speed up and just keep letting it go for a little while. And I need to add more oil because my oil's getting a little bit low, and I have a lot more chicken to get through. Definitely gonna need another pan for storing and taking this over. So I'm going to add some more oil to this, give it some time to heat up before I add more chicken to it. So, and then we're going to keep going. So what you're going to see right now, see, it's about the consistency of maybe a yogurt. That is perfect, especially because it's hot. When it stays in the fridge, it's going to chill down a lot. So I will show you what this looks like in the morning when it is cooled down in the fridge. One easy way to clean these things is I did a little rinse in it, but I put some water in it and a good portion of soap, and I'm going to run it. And I make sure this top part is all closed and sealed because I want the soap to come and foam up and bubble up in here to try to get a lot of that oil off. You could then go afterwards and put this in the dishwasher. There's so much oil on this, I wouldn't want to put it in the dishwasher right as it is, because that's just too much oil and it could just make everything oily in the dishwasher and not get a thorough wash. So this could be your pre-wash or just washing it. You have to do probably 2 cycles with soap and then a cycle of rinsing if you want to do it like this. I'm going to put this in the dishwasher after, but I need to get some soap to loosen up a lot of this oil, and then all the soapy water I pour in the sink on top of all the dirty dishes that I've thrown in there. So just put it on, you see this says easy clean, just put it on a low setting like this. This foams up fast because I put a lot of soap in it. Pour it on top of everything, especially the oil we cut right there. What a beautiful soap. It looks like the thing from Ghostbusters. They actually used shaving cream for that scene. All right. That is good. And for pretty much most blenders they make today, this bottom screws off. So screw it off before you put it in the dishwasher. So here's how I'm going to use the lemon to clean the sink. Sometimes around here you get some staining, and of course there's going to be grease and stuff like that laying around. This is just the lemon left over from what I juiced. And I'm going to take some baking soda, sprinkle some of that, a little bit of my dish soap, and I use free and clear. I can't do that fragrancy stuff. So like that, and you just take your lemon and you're just going to scrub it. You can see it starting to suds, like foam up a little bit. That's the reaction of the acids in the lemon with our baking soda. And the baking soda acts as a mild abrasive to help scrub gunk off without ruining the surfaces and stuff like that. So I scrub it. You can go up as high in the sinks as you need to. Some people need to get up underneath the crevices here every once in a while. Scrub in here. Don't forget the inside part of the garbage disposal because that gets nasty over time. And then literally, I throw that lemon in there, put some water on, turn on my disposable. It's gonna make a loud noise. Okay, y'all, I'm down to the bottom of the chicken, and you will not believe. Look at those chicken juices that we cooked. That's nasty. So my last batch is in. It's actually a bigger batch, so it's going to take a little longer to cook. And while that's going, I'm going to start wiping up my messes. I'm going to do a couple different wipes with some soapy water just to try to get as much of that flour and gunk off. As far as the flour on here, I have to wait till this has been turned off and fully cooled down. And these things, grates, they come off, stick them right in the sink and wash them, and I can soap them up and everything like that. And I'm definitely going to be wiping down around here much better. But again, got to wait for this to be cooled down. This is kind of warm. And I did wipe it a little bit because this was awful. The oil, I'm gonna have to let it cool down, and I will strain it into this other pot. Make sure your mesh strainer is very dry and the pot is clean and dry, so that we're not getting any other stuff mixed in with the oil or water, anything like that. It might be tempting when you get to the tail end of it to turn the temperature down just to kind of get it to cool down a little bit faster. I would not recommend it because you want to make sure all your chicken is cooked evenly, and when you turn the temperature down, the outside's not going to get as crispy quickly, and then it takes longer to get crispy, but then your inside is going to lose a lot of those nice juices and stuff you want to keep in it. And ain't nobody like some dry chicken nuggets. I do want y'all to see, so when I first pull the chicken out, it's still more light color like this, but as it sits, it starts to darken a little bit. And you'll see I got a big old casserole dish here. They've turned to that pretty chicken nugget golden color. I do not like to go to bed with a dirty sink or dishes in the sink. So dishwasher is loaded up. Whatever needed to be hand washed was hand washed. So dishwasher is ready to go. I'm gonna start it and run it tonight. I got a full pot of chicken nuggets that's left over. I'm probably gonna take it to my nephews because they will eat anything and everything. I call teenagers human garbage disposal. Okay, I took off the grates that are cool enough, and it's a great time to clean all the stuff up under here. Like, I'm pretty sure those might be some beans from earlier. So I've already started to soap them off. So the center, if your stove has a center griddle like this, check and see if it is cast iron. If it is cast iron, once you clean it off, it needs to be dry. Usually I'll put it back on the burner and turn it on just a little bit to get it to dry up real quick, because otherwise it will rust. This one is not the cast iron. It has some kind of coating on it, so I'm just going to clean it. And I will dry it off a little bit before I put it back on the stove. It'll be after I clean all the underside, and I'm going to clean that one, but that one is still too hot because I just cooked that oil for, I don't know, I've been here for 2 hours plus trying to cook with that stove on, so it's going to take time to cool off. But I can go ahead and clean off this side, package up these, put them in the fridge, and then I'll heat them up tomorrow, inshallah. I've done my initial wiping and cleaning. As you can see, there's still a little residue and stuff on there. So I have my cleaner. It's literally just water and Castile soap. I just give it a good shake and I spray things. I will go back over with my water vinegar mix after I clean all of this. Okay, it's morning. Look how much of this oil we have reserved. Obviously, it is no longer clear, and that's fine. And I'm going to have to label this as gluten because I cooked gluten with it. It is permanently glutenified. So I save that. I'll label it for my fry oil. It should be pretty apparent, but just in case somebody tries to go through my pantry. And I want to show you guys the mayo. This is so cool. And that's a nice thick mayonnaise. That's awesome. I don't have sriracha to make it spicy, and I don't think I want to add my Mexican hot sauces to it. So I have here some red curry paste. I like this brand, and they are halal certified, so which I don't really know why red curry paste wouldn't be, but that's fine. So I'm just, I don't want to add too much because I don't know what kind of level of spicy people can handle. I don't know how spicy I can make. So I'm gonna start like this, and I have my hand mixer here with just one of the whiskey things attached. So I think I'll put a little bit more. I want it to have some good kick to it. Okay. I mean, ideally sriracha would be really good. Or if you had some chili, like chili paste, because you want the juices and stuff. Like, I have chili, like dried chili, but really you need to have those oils and juices and stuff from it. Alright. I think that's good. Let me try it from my other finger. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So I'm going to scrape the bottom because there's some bits there. I'm going to use my spoon to do that. And I'm going to put this in the fridge and take it with me tonight when I go to the potluck. And it'll be good for dipping with the chicken, with fries, whatever else people have there that they feel like dipping in a spicy sauce.